Okay, so we're gonna work into our evening therapeutics now. And we have our mat close to the wall because we're gonna be using the wall as a prop. But we're gonna start with our toes together, knees wide, just sitting into your posture here, this saddle type of stance. You can always have something underneath your hips, but roll the shoulders back. Take a few breaths. Right, so you're just settling yourself into this mindset of being ready to move slowly, unwinding the day, dropping tension out of the collarbones, deepening and lengthening the breath. Slowly walk your hands forward and sink yourself right into a child's pose. A lot of these poses are going to be held for a little bit longer, so you're just going to stay with the breath. We're working to down-regulate the nervous system, right? So often throughout the day, we're kind of in this high cortisol, fight or flight type of space. A lot of tasks to attend to. Now we're really trying to intelligently work ourselves down, right? Slowing it all down. Press through the knuckles, draw your arm bones back. Have this pressure in the hands, press the hips a little bit deeper. If you need to, maybe bring the knees out wider so you can sink deeper into the child's pose here. About 2 more breaths. Slowly you're going to bring yourself up just about halfway, and then you're going to thread your left arm underneath. Right? Just finding a little rotation. If you want, you can extend the right leg out behind you. Find a little bit more pressure into the twist. But don't force anything. Remember, we're trying to slow it all down. One more breath. If you have the knee extended, bring it back down, leg comes in. Unwind, keep the hips over the knees and sink the chest forward. So now you're opening up the front of the chest and the shoulders. So it's kind of like a child's pose, but you came forward more to open up the chest. A couple breaths. Soften down. Any little sighs or like a kind of sound of just easing the body, always good. Breathe space behind the shoulder blades. And draw yourself back a little bit. Thread the right arm through. Find the rotation first, and if it feels right, you're going to extend the left leg. Pulling the shoulder underneath you. Taking some breaths. Nice and slow. One more breath. Bring the knee down. Bring the hand in. Come back to neutral. Turn around to face the wall. We're going to do a similar type of movement of opening up the front of the body, but we're going to do it against the wall. So bring yourself away and don't dump into the low back. So brace the abdomen just a bit. Walk your hips back and then sink the chest down towards the wall. Let out some sounds. Open up the front of the chest. And there is an engagement under my arm, so I'm not just dumping. If you need, you can shorten the distance. But I swear, getting out a little bit of sound will really allow your body to drop in deeper. Just a couple more breaths. Last breath. Walk away. Okay, sink back down. We're gonna open up the back by bringing the left arm forward, right arm comes underneath. If you can, you double bind the arms. If you can't, you just hold here and draw over. Slow dynamic, inhale, drawing elbows up. Look up, exhale down, look down, inhale up, look up, exhale down, look down. Good, let's switch. Inhale, swirl the arms up. Interweave the hands and press the palms to the sky. Reach. Breath in, Hold it. Exhale, split it out. Nice. Right arm's gonna come on top now. Left arm threads underneath. Inhale, rise, look up. Exhale, down. The spine can move too here. Inhale up, look up. Exhaling down. Let's say one more. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Good. Next one, inhale. Exhale, release. Inhale, bring the arms up. One more time. Interweave fingers, press up, breath in. Hold it. Press, 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 press. Then exhale, split. Chin to chest. Nice. We're gonna work into a deep stretch of the quad here. And I kind of want to do it now because it's going to take a lot of focus and energy, and then we'll dissipate everything afterwards. So you're going to bring your mat against the wall. All right, we've opened up the upper body, we open up the hip a little bit. Now we want to get to a space where this is the work, right? This is the work of this part of the practice. You're going to bring your knee into the crook of the wall here. Okay. Be mindful, and there's ways of progressing yourself into this position. So you might be right here. Left leg comes forward and you're just down here. This is great. A great place to great space to feel into what's going on in the hips. You can pivot yourself slightly forward. You can kind of just do some gentle cat-cow type motions. Or if you feel you can do a little more, maybe the hand comes to the knee, maybe you have a block underneath your hand here, you can stay here. Eventually, you're bringing yourself upright, right? You bring the foot so it's underneath you, a little more stable. Then you pull yourself up and back. And here we want to think about engaging the tailbone down just slightly. So we're engaging the front of the abdomen and we're lengthening this hip flexor and into the quad. Okay, it can be nice to bring the right arm up, my right leg is back, and lengthen over towards the side. But the breath needs to be very strong here. I will often bend the hand, bend the elbow behind my back and draw up and over. Just breathe space underneath the shoulder, underneath the arm, and into the front of the hip. All right, so let's take about 5 good breaths here. Close the eyes. Slow it down. Pressurize the front leg to drive the hips back more. Develop that focus again. 2 more breaths. If there's pain, draw yourself out of the pose, right? Don't go so far. It should be like a nice tug feeling of sensation. Right, it might require some effort to stay here, but it shouldn't be painful. Okay, then slowly release your hands down and you're gonna sink yourself forward and out. So I'm gonna walk this left leg out and I'm just gonna sink into the lunge just for a little bit. All right, we're just breathing space. Maybe I bend my elbows a little bit to get deeper. And take a couple breaths here, just to kind of explore. In each space we want to explore and open. Maybe I walk the left hand out. 2 more breaths. Last big breath. Nice, let it out slow. Walk the leg away. Okay. You're gonna sit yourself down and pause before you're going to the other side. Right, maybe you can feel there's a lot more openness on this right leg. There's still some tension here on the left. I close my eyes, I drop back in. Take a good couple cleansing breaths. Really, you're like re-engaging the body so you have a little bit more focus. Okay? Know that the other side's coming, but breathe in between the sessions. Okay. Preparing yourself for the left side. We're gonna bring the knee into the crook of the wall. Okay, bring it right there. Right leg's gonna come forward. And again, progress yourself from where you're at, wherever you're at. You may find that this side has more tension than the other. So pause. Maybe you spend some time here. Or if your body's ready, you can pull yourself right up into it. Usually I wiggle that front foot back so I have a little bit more pressure. And each side's gonna be different. Like immediately I notice there's a little more tension, and if I lengthen up and over, I can kind of dissipate some of that. So you gotta be curious and really focusing inwards. So I recommend closing the eyes and just feeling the sensation that's present. Maybe we bend the elbow and stretch the back of the tricep. Come over slightly towards the right, so I'm bending to my right to get a little bit of that lat, the edge of the back. Slow down. Let's say 4 more breaths in here. Gentle engagement of the left glute, lengthening the tailbone down, engaging the low abdomen, just lengthening the whole front side of the body here. Slowing down. 2 more breaths. Last breath. You can always stay longer in these poses if it feels like they're really calling to you. Otherwise, you're gonna bring your hands down and we're gonna sink into the lunge with the legs still against the wall. All right, so you come slightly out and you're gonna feel underneath the hip into the groin. Breathe. Sink in, maybe bend the elbows a little bit here. Stay present with what's going on. Turn the edges of your mouth upwards in a slight smile. Right? Even when the things are intense, remind yourself that you're doing this to open more space, create a little bit more of a kind internal place within yourself. Let's say 1 more breath, maybe the hands walk out a little bit. Awesome. Okay, so you're gonna walk away from the wall, however that feels best. Bring your mat away from the wall so you can do a few more poses. We're going to bring ourselves down onto our back. First, just land. Bring the feet wide, knock the knees in, take a breath into the belly, fill up. Sit more into the mouth, hold on to it. Then exhale, dissipate it all out. Another breath like that, inhale through the nose. Sit more in through the mouth to fill the belly. Pause. Exhale it all out. Walk the feet together and allow the knees to knock out to the sides. In breath, sit more into the mouth. Fill the belly, pause. Exhale it out. Very good. Okay, from here, we're going to extend the left leg out. We're going to draw the right knee in. Okay? You're going to hold on to the right knee with the right hand. You're going to bring your left hand to the right ankle. As I pull out to the right with my right hand, I pull in to the left with my left hand. So we're doing this kind of half pigeon stretch. Breathe about it. Open up the shoulders, open up the collarbones. Soften the face, soften the jaw, calm the eyes. Breath in here. And then you're going to roll this right leg across the body to the left. Usually when I come over towards my left, I notice that my left shoulder bunches up. So I walk my left shoulder over, I bring my right arm out more, and I pivot my left toes up towards the sky. Breath in. Breath out. Good. So we're finding this rotation, and we're thinking about lengthening the edge of the hip here. Close the eyes. 1 more breath. Nice. Draw back to the center, and we're going to get the edge of the foot. If this is uncomfortable, you can bend the left knee, put the left foot on the ground, or you can grab the shin. Right? Otherwise, you're going to grab the edge of the foot. Left arm is long, left leg is long. You come to this half happy baby pose. Deep underneath the hips. Spread the upper back. Soften the face. What areas of tension can we let go of? One more breath. Good. Slowly draw leg in, release right leg out. Hold on to the left knee with the left hand. The right hand is gonna hold the left ankle. I pull out into the left with my left hand, and I pull in into the right with my right. So we're getting this little bit of rolling inward sensation as I draw upwards towards my shoulder. We want to feel the spiraling sensation underneath the hip. Big breaths. Slow everything down. One more breath. Good. Now we're going to roll this leg across the body. Right hand's gonna guide, it's gonna come over, and I'm gonna walk my shoulder over to the right. Left arm's gonna find to the left, and my right toes are gonna point up and towards the sky as I look over towards the left. Just we're finding this rotation. We're feeling into the hip. Soften the belly. Soften the upper back. Right, really start to settle everything down now. We're almost there. You're gonna unwind the leg, capture the edge of the foot, or ankle, shin, wherever. Extend the right leg out, extend the right arm out. Take some breath, take some big space here. You're really trying to lengthen out in every direction, just a big star type of shape. Breathe underneath the hip. Breathe into the belly. Lengthen, maybe rotate the head. Good. Now we're slowly going to bring ourselves up just for one final pose. You're going to lengthen towards the sky, hinge at the waist, and maybe you clasp onto the shins, or maybe you can get all the way onto the feet. And it really depends where you're at in the day. I find that sometimes I'm really tight. Sometimes with running or training, there's just a lot of tension here. So I'll allow my breath to guide me slower into the pose. I find my clasp, and then I think about pulling my shoulders back, lengthening the heart up and out, driving away through the heels, flexing the toes towards me. And right there's a lot of engagement, so I start to breathe into it. Chin draws in, like back the neck, close the eyes, start focusing inwards, inhale. Sit more breath through the mouth and fill the belly. Pause. Exhale out slow. Right, with that I can get a little deeper. Maybe I march my hands a little bit more forward. In breath. Pause. Out breath. Good. So as I start to feel the sensation of stretch, maybe I make it a little bit more passive. I actually allow myself to bow forward. And I'm doing it mindfully, right? I'm not compromising my spine. My breath stays strong, stays engaged. Two more big breaths. If you want, you can stay a lot longer here. This is one of the great poses for releasing heat, calming the nervous system, settling energy. Big folds tend to dissipate energy. But for our purposes, just one more breath. Inhale, roll yourself up. Leave your legs where they are and roll yourself down. If you want, you can bring a bolster or a block underneath your hips and have a gentle back bend, or just walk the legs out, extend the arms out, bring the shoulders underneath you, take a deep breath in. Sip more into the mouth, hold up. Exhale it all out. Good, one more breath like that, inhale through the nose. Sip more breath into the belly. Pause, feel everything. it, just one moment of engagement. Everything you can think of to squeeze, squeeze it. Then let it all go with the breath. Good, from here we settle. We take up a big space. Maybe the feet walk out, the arms walk out. We move into a gentle meditation. Let the eyes fall deeper in the eye sockets. With the mouth closed, the jaw unhinges. The tongue falls in the floor of the mouth. The tops of the cheekbones underneath the eyes soften. The temples release and the forehead slackens. The back of the head grows weighty, drawing down to the earth. The scalp releases, releasing tension down the neck into the tops of the shoulders as they descend and open, allowing more space for the heart. Chest expanding, collarbones spread, just slowly softening each part of the body. Arm bones grow heavy in the shoulder sockets. Forearms release. Palms, hands, and fingers open up. The breath fills the ribs and softens the chest and back into the floor. The belly expanding and softening down as it will. The hips flowing outwards into the ground, releasing the hip flexors. The femurs opening in the hip sockets, allowing the legs to rotate to the sides and fall. Feeling supported by the earth, the quads and hamstrings release the knees. Descending and opening up the calves, the ankles, soles of the feet and each toe. From top to bottom, bottom to top, everything released. Opening into the earth, into a space of non-doing, just being a shape. Title, no role, no things to do, no place to go, just breathe. Go deeper. Soften more of the face. Soften more of the shoulders. Release more down through the hips. Let the eyes get heavier. Feel rooted. Stable. Just be. Good. From here you can stay as long as you like. Or you're welcome to slowly bring yourself up and out of the pose, maybe into a cross-legged